Two Virginia students are escalating their federal case against the school district, which suspended them. The two teenage boys were accused of sexually harassing a biologically female student who identifies as transgender. That student took this video of those boys inside the boys' locker room, and the attorneys say in part, quote, Loudoun County Public Schools Title IX investigation into our clients inexplicably relied on non-credible evidence, ignored credible witness testimony, failed to interview key witnesses, deleted potentially exonerating video evidence, and failed to disclose LCPS's own admission that the allegations against our clients did not constitute sexual harassment. Donna, can you break it down and tell us what does that mean in this concoction of not really knowing where we are in this?
Well, it sounds like what happened is they have these boys that are in their locker room. They're being videoed by a transgender student who should not be there to begin with. And then instead of the school district making a change that those people that shouldn't be there get removed, instead they vilify the young men who are saying, I don't want this person in my locker room, and taking video of me. And now I think what's happening is they're realizing that the school district had a lot of evidence that would have helped them in their case against the school district. And now they're deleting evidence. They're not turning over things that they should turn over. And then this Title IX investigation that came from it, nobody has due process in Title IX.
Well, Outnumbered has reached out to that school district, Donna, but they told us they do not comment on pending legal matters. I don't think we're shocked about that, Kaylee. But I mentioned it being a concoction, because this is like the opposite of what we've been arguing about with boys and girls' locker rooms.
It is the opposite. I was struck by that, and it's interesting, and it's just as important. Some of the claims they have is they say, to your point, Donna, that these boys were being filmed by this girl. They say even at times when they were going to the bathroom, and there's this evidence that's been hidden. I was very interested that they get a preliminary injunction in federal court, halting the school district from suspending the boys, and there's an allegation that the very next day or shortly thereafter, they coordinate with a committee called, the name is, I have it somewhere here. They coordinate with Loudoun for All. So this is a political committee to put out false accusations against the boys. That's their allegation. I know it has to be investigated, but if you're coordinating with some outside group to defame these boys, that's not the place of a school district.
Kennedy.
Also, they are minors, and, targeted harassment and retaliation against minors, that could get you in some real deep yogurt. But I think about, the transgender student who's in the locker room filming people. That's sexual harassment. I mean, that is a known facility where people disrobe and use the bathroom and should be comfortable doing so without fear of being videoed. And that's what this person has done. So that is sexual harassment. So, it's like, yes, they from the sound of it, they do have a case here, but they also have a countersuit to this other student who also needs to be disciplined here. I mean, everything is so out of balance, and Loudoun County is ground zero for all of this for whatever reason. They have a lot of activists on the school board and, the teachers and not everybody. Of course, there are good teachers, blah, blah, blah. But the point is, this is a wonderful expose for why parents should either homeschool or look at charter schools. Like, this is what drove the school choice movement in Virginia and then spread across the country.
Let's look at the root cause here. So under Title IX during the Biden administration, the Department of Education Civil Rights Division, because of course every Department of Education needs a Civil Rights Division. Right. Anyway, they have an ACLU lawyer who puts in place an expanded version of Title IX. That expanded version goes to capture what? Not just women, but people who identify as women, people who identify as a gender. That expansion led to all of this because now it became down to this. Loudoun County has decided it's going to adjudicate for all of us what a woman is. The big question that so many people on the left seem to be unable to answer, that answer is apparently going to be decided for all of us in Loudoun County. You know what? I think most of us didn't sign on for that, and that's why the race for AG in Virginia is so crucial, because this is going to land in Mayara's lap right now. He's up in the polls. That's where that's going to go. Ultimately, this could go all the way to SCOTUS. But really what we're trying to adjudicate here is What is a woman? Something that 99.9% of human history knows intuitively.
Maybe they could coordinate with Ketanji Brown Jackson on that definition.
Exactly who I was thinking.
You had an extra thought. What is it?
And to Kennedy's point, even if it was another boy taking that video, that would be sexual harassment.
Yes. And they're minors.
Great point.
Yes.
Yeah. That's